nice to meet you, Antonio and Brian. I'm Sheridan. I'm so glad to be able to meet you both today.
Nice to
So
meet
just to
you.
get started,
Sure.
all my questions are going to be for both of y'all, so just chime in. What made y'all decide to go on the ultimatum? Like, was it what made you do it?
Yeah. I personally, I mean, Roxanne doesn't feel the same way probably, but I knew from the moment that I met her that she was a person I want to spend the rest of my life with. So that was always in the back of my mind. And then honestly, it was after watching the first season of The Ultimatum. I was like, there's no way I'm going to get her in a position where she has to figure this out if I don't do something like this. So, I mean, the season ended. We watched the last episode, and I looked at her. I was like, we should do that. And at the same time, she goes, I would never do something like that. So it was pretty funny. I had to work on her for a little while, but once we got started in the process, she was like, oh, this is actually happening. Okay, all right, let's do it. So we did it.
Wow.
For me, I think with Lisa, it was like um, she didn't kind of really understand why I wasn't trying to move forward towards marriage, right? Like in that moment, right? Because she felt like which in her own right, like everything was already perfect for us. Like we've been doing all the things that a married couple would actually be doing or moving towards that steps. But for me, I just felt like it wasn't the time, right? Like I felt like there was still a lot more stuff that we needed to kind of work on and work towards. But I felt like the experience would definitely like bring that out. Like it would bring definitely the truth out as to like whether or not marriage, like we're ready for marriage now, or maybe we need to hold off for a little bit longer, or maybe we don't need to be together. But I mean, in the back of my mind, I knew like I wanted to be with her no matter what. And I was actually like rolling the dice, you know what I'm saying, by
Mm.
deciding to come on the show because it more and more made her realize like maybe this isn't the person I should be with because he's not ready to marry me right now. So, but I'm a person who takes risks, and I think it was definitely a risk worth taking.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So this obviously is more so towards Antonio. Was the experience what you hoped it would be?
I mean, yeah, it was like high stakes therapy. Like I was forced to address all the ways that I fall short as a human being, as a partner, universally with anybody. Um, and and I really got to work on those things, and I am so satisfied and proud of how I came out on the other end. As far as being able to work on the things that I've never really been good at, and then see real progress, and at least like a roadmap to how to continue to be good at those things, and how to continue to improve. And really it was like therapy. I mean, it's not often that you are forced to have a conversation about how you fall short as an individual, and then also have to come up with a road forward to be better about it. So it was hugely beneficial for me in growth.
All right, awesome. Awesome. Now, Brian, I know you had a bit of a shorter time. That's kind of spoilery, but I would like to ask you the question as well. Same question.
In terms of what I got out of it, yes. All right.
Okay.
In terms of like the series of events, maybe not what I expected, right? But at the end of the day, I feel like I still got the outcome that I was looking for. Um,
Mm.
and and for me, it wasn't like a manner of like, oh, I'm trying to one up Lisa, right? Like, and show her that like we don't need to be married, like, but I want the best decision for the both of us at the end of the day.
Absolutely. And it seems like hopefully y'all made that best decision
Yeah.
for the both of you.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, good. So what is one major takeaway that you both got from the show?
Run towards your problems.
Mm.
Run right at them. They're not going anywhere, so you better face them, and you better solve them.
Hmm.
Sooner the better.
Yeah, and for me, I would say it's like you get out of it what you put in. Um,
Hmm.
we could have came on and just like went completely left or against the experiment and not really like be true to it or ourselves. And I don't think we would have got the outcome that we got now.
So from the beginning, you're both being immediately told, all right, this is the setup. This is what you need to do. You need to start getting to know these people after now that you're exes again. Were you surprised by how easy it was to build connections with other people?
I mean, I won't say I was surprised that the connection, it was easy to build connections because I think that like, everybody was there for similar reasons in a way. So like there was gonna be some connections there, but for us to like just literally be with our partners and then start making connections, I think that kind of was a hard pill to swallow for a lot of people.
Yeah. I
Mhm.
think, everyone's there for the same reason. I think there's a level of just like a cohesion that comes from that. So like you kind of get to high step over that awkward initial getting to know somebody phase, and people kind of let their guards down a little bit, and you really do start to ask each other real questions like right off the rip. These are not
Mhm.
normal first dates. Like it's not like, oh, hi, where are you from? What's your favorite hobbies? It's like, how do you feel about kids? How do you feel about marriage? How do you feel about, being the man in the relationship, and should the women pay? Just asking like real questions like that. I think it's unavoidable that you form connections quickly with the people that are a part of the experience.
Nice. So, what is one thing that you want the viewers to know when they're watching? That's my last question for you.
It's real. It's real. It's real. If I could conjure up tears on command, I would not be on reality television. I'd be a really good actor. I mean,
Yeah,
that I cried so much and it was all so real. So, I mean, we're really going through it. We're really going through it. It's not easy. It's not easy. It's not enjoyable. It's hard. It's really hard.
yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
Right. There's definitely no acting. And it's like if you're going even through like an inch of what we went through, then we definitely feel for you, not in a bad way, but like that you are hopefully working towards like being a better person. Right.
Mhm.
And
Mm.
building a better relationship if that's the kind of the path that you're on. I
Mhm.
think that's probably like something I would love for people to know when watching is that like, yeah, we're really in there.
Nice. Well, hopefully they take that to heart. Thank you both so much for your time today. I really appreciate it.
Thanks,
Thank
Sharon.
you.
Have a good one.